How to go viral on Instagram. This is probably the most searched question on Google or YouTube, and it's something that I keep getting asked all the time by people. But is it pure luck, or is there a science or secret formula behind virality? That's exactly what I'm gonna be sharing with you in today's video. Hey there, I'm Juan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I share my best tips, tricks, and strategies to help you grow and monetize your personal brand on social media and beyond, all sparkled with a little bit of AI. And in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how I've been doing to grow between 200 and 500 followers every single day on a new account. And just to give you some context, in last week's video, I shared with you that I had started a new account at the beginning of this year because I wanted to test some strategies and experiment with new things because my main account hadn't been growing for a very long time. What I didn't know is that this account was gonna start growing really fast. I've had multiple reels go viral and I'm growing between 200 to 500 new followers every day. It took me 30 days to reach 1,000 followers, but then by week 5, I was already at 5,000 followers, and as of now, we're about to hit 7,000 followers. And so I know you're wondering how the hell am I doing it, so let's get started. So the first thing that I wanna share with you is that there is, in fact, a science behind virality, behind every viral post. And while some people will tell you going viral is luck, there is an element of luck, but I do believe that there's also the art of mastering timing. Knowing what type of content to post and when to post it to have the maximum impact. And no, I'm not talking about posting times. I'm talking about popular themes like pop culture, new emerging industries, things that are currently trending in the world, in society. Talking about these things can help your post go viral. For example, we all know that Taylor Swift is one of the most trending topics in the internet. And you can probably bet that if you do a post about Taylor Swift or use her as an analogy for your business, you're probably gonna get a lot of shares because people love it, right? Also, let's talk about AI. It's a new emerging industry. People want to learn about it, so it tends to have more shares and more interest from people. So that's what I mean when I talk about timely content or trendy content, okay? But after having posted over 100 posts consecutively in this new account, I've discovered that the algorithm does favor reels that excel in the following 3 areas. Number 1, retention rate, also known as watch rate. This is how long you're able to keep the viewer watching your reel. Now, inside of the insights, we can see what the retention rate for our video is, what the average watch rate is, and when people have been dropping off. Based on this, you can make informed decisions to improve your content for the next time. However, if you're still struggling to understand how to increase watch rate, I'm gonna give you a few examples. Number 1 is creating shorter reels. And this makes all the sense in the world. The shorter the reel, the more likely that it will be fully completed. Now, this doesn't mean that longer reels don't work as well, because example number 2 is head talking reels, direct to camera reels, just like I'm doing right now. These tend to have also great retention rate if you know what you're talking about, right? If you're just talking about random stuff to your audience, well, they're probably not gonna be hooked. But if you know your audience and you know how to create direct to camera reels through the use of storytelling or the FaceTime effect that I talked about last video, these tend to retain people and work really well for increasing your watch rate. Another great example is by creating looping reels. So these are reels that start by the end and they end with the beginning, which makes them loop over and over again, okay? Element number 2 is shareability, highly relatable content or content that induces feelings of awe or wonder are more likely to get shared. And if you get shared, which means more eyes on your account, which means a higher likelihood of gaining more followers. A few examples of videos that get lots of shares are POV, point of view videos, where you're talking from the perspective of your ideal audience and you're tapping into their desires or pain points. Also memes that capture cultural trending moments, just as I talked about previously. Reels that share breaking news or secrets because people love being on the loop of everything that's happening. And these tend to create a lot of FOMO. People don't want to feel FOMO, so they get more opens, more shares, more saves. But also universally appealing content like cute pets, babies, or stunning travel destinations. All of these previous examples that I just mentioned tend to have a high shareability. And element number 3 is save worthiness. And these are reels that viewers save it to revisit or to reference to it later. These types of reels often include quick, actionable tips or educational information that provides immediate value or utility to the viewer. Here are a few examples: step-by-step tutorials, how-to guides, quick hacks or inspirational quotes, or infographics that summarize very useful information. And yes, you can also do infographics with reels. Now, with this being said, let's talk about the ways in which I am getting 200 to 500 new followers every single day in my new account. I do want to mention that I wanted to keep this account as low effort as possible because it is not my only account. So I knew that I needed to create a system that allowed me to post consistently multiple times per day without burning out. So my goal for the first 30 to 90 days was quantity. And yes, I know I've said this multiple times, quality beats quantity. But again, this is an experiment. I wanted to go against all of the rules and laws that I've been following with my other account and what I've been teaching as well, to see if other strategies also work. So this time I went for quantity, posting 3 times per day. And for the first 30 days, which means I posted 90 posts, I stuck to it. I posted every day, 3 times per day, even on the weekends, even when I was at family events, even when I was traveling. So you can see how committed I was to make this work, but most importantly, to learn from it. So here's the step-by-step I've been following to keep this level of consistency and to achieve this level of growth. I've been using AI like ChatGPT to produce viral worthy ideas and to create new versions of those posts that are already going viral. Step number 2 is I am producing B-roll content all the time, and 80% of my content. And it's so easy to create, it's so easy to use, and it keeps your account fresh and engaging. Then I'm also doing 20% direct to camera reels, just talking to the camera. These require a higher effort, so I usually film them all at once, 1 day a week. Number 4, I have a power caption template, which means that I literally copy paste the same caption on every single post, and I just make slide adaptations to make sure that it goes with the theme or the topic of that reel. This helps me save a lot of time. Now, when my content is ready before posting, I spend between 2 to 3 minutes scrolling down the Reels tab, saving trending audio that are under 10,000 uses, and that is the audio that I use for that specific reel. So I don't search for trending audios in advance, I actually search for them on the day that I'm going to post, a few minutes before posting. And I put everything together, B-roll, caption template, text on screen, trending audio, and I post on the go. And that's how easy it is. I'm not planning in advance, I'm not stressing out about perfectionism, I'm not stressing out about reach or engagement. I'm literally just focusing on posting 3 times per day. Now let's talk about a few questions that I know might be popping in your mind right now. Like, is posting 2 or 3 times per day necessary, or is that too much? I've always been an advocate of posting less but keeping high quality. And with all of the accounts that I've managed and I've grown in the past, I've always posted between 4 to 5 times per week, and that has been okay. And it's helped me grow multiple accounts. In fact, in my main account, when I increased the posting frequency to 2 posts per day, it seemed pretty stressful and overwhelming, so I went down to 1 post per day, 5 times a week. However, with this new account, since I've simplified the whole process and I'm using AI to create the content, it is much easier to post multiple times per day without burning out. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I really wanted to experiment new strategies that I hadn't tested before, so I wanted to give it a go. But can you still grow if you post 1 time per day? Yes. Can you still grow if you post 3 times, 4 times per week? Absolutely. Will you grow faster if you post more? Yes. But remember that at the end of the day, growth is not your ultimate goal, right? If you're growing a business, you want to nurture these people that follow you, you want to convert them into customers. So there is a whole process and science behind growing an audience on Instagram that goes beyond just the growth part. Another question, Juan, how are you getting all your reels on the Explore page? And yes, most of my reels are getting over 50% of non-follower reach, which is great because if the content is valuable, they'll end up following. And that's how I've been able to grow my audience consistently since I started this new account. So here are a few things that I've discovered. Instagram seems to push out new accounts, especially those that give Instagram lots of data. So since I'm posting 3 times per day, this means more data for Instagram, and more data means better categorization, which means that your content is shown to the right people that are actually likely to engage and follow you. I've also got only 3 content pillars that I've stuck to meticulously. More niche down, better categorization as well. I'm also making every single post safe, worthy, and actionable. I'm actually asking people to comment a specific keyword on every single post, which increases the engagement. The style and structure of the reels that I'm using are helping me increase the watch rate. And as we talked at the beginning, more watch rate means more of your content being pushed to other people. And I'm also reposting those posts that are already going viral. I am literally just copying and pasting the caption and the text on screen and posting it again, and it's working like wonders. Now let's talk about the caption, which is a crucial element in your reels going viral, especially if you're doing those shorter 7-second to 10-second reels where you're giving a lot of value as a hook and then you are following up with more value in the caption. There is a magic formula that I've been using for these types of reels that is working perfectly well. As I said, I have a template, so it's literally just copying pasting this over and over again. And no, Instagram doesn't penalize you for this or shadow bans you. So yes, you can copy paste with no problem. And the structure goes more or less like this. First line is a short hook that screams, tap me. It can be something as read more, or here it is, or your step-by-step. It has to be short and punchy. Then there's a second hook after the first hook that is more like a question or a curiosity-inducing statement that will keep the reader reading. Then after the second hook, you've got your first call to action. This is where I'm telling people to comment a specific keyword to get something free. Then after the first CTA, you've got the value. This can be a step-by-step, a strategy, a list of things. It just have to be really valuable and safe, worthy. And then after the value comes the quintuple punch. This is my 5-fold CTA strategy that includes a like for more, share with a friend, save for later, follow for more, and comment a specific keyword again. So this structure has been working really well. It's really easy to copy paste and just adapt the first, second hook and the value part. The rest stays always the same. And we've made it, my friend. Today, you've seen the 3 types of elements that are a must for a reel to go viral, my step-by-step strategy on how I am creating reels that are getting me from 200 to 500 new followers every single day with a new account, how to make sure that your content lands on the Explore page, and how to write viral Instagram captions. As you can see, there is a science behind virality, and there is a science behind Instagram. So if you've been trying to grow Instagram, create reels that go viral, and you haven't seen any luck, today is your lucky day. I am officially opening the waitlist for my upcoming mini course on how to go viral with AI. The spots for this mini course are gonna be very limited because it's still in beta version. So if you wanna get your hands on this as soon as it goes out, you better add your name to the waitlist. So I'm sharing a link in the description. Go at it now, and you cannot miss this opportunity to learn how to use AI to catapult your Instagram growth. Now, with this being said, if you learned something new today, don't forget to give those thumbs up, share this with a friend who might be struggling to grow on Instagram, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because I share weekly tips and strategies to help you grow, monetize, be a better entrepreneur, use AI, and so much more. So go subscribe right now, and I'll see you next week. See ya.